Hey everybody, it's me, Alex Garcia, aka the COG, coming at you as always from Clique.com to bring you the best day of the week. Brand new comic book days upon us. Best day of the week as always. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of great books came out this week. Not the strongest week, but the book I'm most excited to talk about had a twist and a turn that I'm not going to spoil here, but I'm excited to get into. Don't miss this issue. We got a lot of other fun things to talk about as well. Let's jump right into it. We're going to start in Image with Transformers number 30, Robert Kirkman, Dan Mora, Mike Spicer. This looks like it's going to be Dan Mora's last issue. Sad to see him go so soon. He was only on for 6 issues, but it looks like next issue we have Ludo Lullaby coming on for the series. He's doing great work over on help me out here, guys. Ghost Pepper. Sorry about that, Ghost Pepper. He also did the last few issues of Battle Chasers, that Battle Chasers run that finally completed after well over a decade. But now he's jumping over to Transformers. I've already seen some of his early work on the series. It looks really, really good, but it's still sad to see Dan Mora go. But Dan is leaving on a massive high note. This issue, I am still processing what happens in this issue. It's crazy what happens in this issue. A lot of people are going to be excited like me. Some people might be upset. I'm still kind of just processing it. Like, what's going to happen here, right? If you saw the last issue, Elita 1 shows up on Earth and she immediately challenges Optimus for the leadership of the Autobots. Great action-packed issue of just Elita and Optimus going back and forth in this fight. I did not see the ending coming. I didn't see it coming. And I'm interested to see where it's gonna go now. Good stuff, great art. Dan, your art for this arc just got better and better. And right when it reached its height, because this was a fantastically drawn issue, we gotta see you go. Maybe you can come back again for another 6-issue arc in the future. But guys, do not miss this issue. Lots of big things happen. And for you speckers, you're definitely gonna wanna check out this issue. Don't miss it. Speaking of speculation, look what I got a hold of. I got an issue, second printing of Dork number 1 for cover price, mind you. Don't overpay for these issues, guys. This is a beautifully written and drawn series by a friend of the show, Brett Bean. Check out that interview over on on the YouTube channel. Came out not so long ago, so check out the interview. A lot of heartfelt words shared with the crew and Mr. Bean. This was a great issue to finally get a hold of. I had a lot of fun with it, and I was also able to grab an issue number 2, first printing, hot off the press. And guys, for those of you who don't know, this Dork is a half dwarf, half orc, hence the name Dork. He comes from this world that's split in 2, half light, half dark, and he represents the Anakin Skywalker, I guess you would say, of this world. He's gonna bring balance. Nobody wants that balance, apparently. So at the end of the first issue, spoilers, everybody, he's like the John Wick of this world. Every assassin is now out to kill poor old Dork, who's really just a harmless guy. It's that damn shield of his. It's like an evil version of Captain America's shield. And now in the second issue, we have the first problem he encounters. Fun stuff. I'm really having a blast with the ghost chicken, the headless ghost chicken. That's probably the character that's stealing the show for me so far. I really had fun with this. I think you can read this with your kids as long as you direct it well, because it does get a little gory here and there. But for the most part, it's really lighthearted, but it does have some, adult undertones here. Really having a blast with this. I want to see this world get fleshed out some more. Brett, great stuff. And again, thank you for being on the show. Don't miss out, Dork, but don't pay more than cover price. Don't do it. And speaking of series that I just need to dive in for a reread, Undiscovered Country, number 35, Scott Snyder, Charles Soule, Giuseppe Comencoli, and there's a second artist on this one, Leonardo Marcello Grassi. This is the penultimate issue of this series. I have been saying for the last few months, I'm pretty sure this series is coming to a close, and the next issue will be the last issue. It's all spiraling down. if you've been keeping track of this series like I have, it's been a wild ride. Conceptually, this is such a fantastic series, and I really, really want to reread it because there was such a huge gap in the release from the first like 25 or so issues until this last arc. So much is now happening. Everything's happening so very quickly. The main characters are split all over. We have one shocking death. It's crazy where it's going to go, and it seems like the end of the world may occur or may not, depending on how the characters answer some riddle of the Sphinx type questions, it seems. I would love to have a conversation with Scott and Charles on this because this is such a high concept story. It's not like Absolute Batman. It's not like some other work by Charles, even though a lot of his stuff is high concept. You know, like Charles right now is helping out with that Spider-Man crossover, which we'll get into in a little bit. This is much higher concept than that stuff. So really, really interesting stuff. Really gives you the idea of like what is America, especially with what's going on right now in this country. So interesting. I really want to do a whole reread and maybe a deep dive in with me and the Don and maybe a couple other guys who want to check out this series. So interesting. Such a craziness. So I would recommend picking up the first trade and let me know what you guys think. Let's jump over to DC, where our boy Dennis Camp and Stipend Morian with Bleeding Hearts #2. Really, really liked issue #1. Really, really like issue #2. Issue #1 felt very goofy, but a good goofy, not bad way. But now in issue #2, we get to the heart of matters. Here we have this zombie, right? In the zombie apocalypse where the zombies have totally won, one zombie grows a heart all of a sudden, right? At the end of the last issue, we see he finds a mom and a daughter, a baby daughter, or a toddler. Seemingly the last two humans on Earth. We get the backstory of these two characters and we learn about the heart of those characters. Really struck a chord here. Really well written. Love this issue. It really elevates this concept even higher now because, like I said, the first issue came across a little silly, but really good. This was way better. Really recommend it. And the word on the street is issue #3 packs an even bigger punch. So after reading this issue, I really can't wait for issue #3 and see how this series takes off. Dennis Camp, shocker, killing it on his new book. Keep up the good work, man. Let's check out Absolute Batman #18. Scott Snyder and Eric Canetti on the art, and Canetti to me sounds kinetic because his art is absolutely kinetic on this. Love Nick Dragata, don't want to see him go, but if we had to see someone go and this guy stuck around, would not have a problem with it. The art is amazing. It's just you feel all the movement of the characters, especially this truly bizarre version of Poison Ivy, and we get more of her tragic backstory. This two-parter concludes in great fashion, where it seems like Batman has made a decision to really just be Batman in this world, and it's kind of heartbreaking. We also get some more backstory on his mom. Interesting to see where that's going. We learn a little bit more about this world's version of the Court of Owls. Alfred's got a lot going on. We see his interactions we see Bruce's interactions with Commissioner Gordon. So much happens now, and now we're gonna get into the next reveal. If you guys have been paying attention to our Facebook and our channel, we're gonna get the absolute scarecrow. And from the word on the street is from Scott Snyder is if you think Bruce in this world has already dealt with a lot, we've only scratched the surface, it seems. He really tears him down in this issue, and it seems like it's only gonna get worse for Bruce. And as much as I want to read it, I'm also kind of sad to see him go through this plight, but it's well written and beautifully drawn. Eric Canetti, hope to see you again on this issue or in something else. Definitely be following you. Great stuff. Let's check out Marvel, and Marvel's got a new X-Men book, one that I was very much looking forward to. Maybe I was wrong. We got X-Men United #1 by Eve Ewing and Tiago Palma on the art. This series I thought was going to be like the big flagship series, right? X-Men United, a book that's going to have all the X-Men in it, right? Especially based off this cover where we have all the X-Men on it. It's supposed to be like a really upset. I thought this was going to be a wraparound, and it's not. You have to buy 2 different covers. I'm not doing that. But I was really excited for the series, and in this, it's more of just a continuation of Eve's previous series, Exceptional X-Men. And I really liked that series in the very beginning, the first 6 issues, and then it just tapered off, and then it kind of lost all momentum because of the Age of Revelation. Now it's kind of back here as X-Men United, where Emma Frost has started a new institute, but now it's all on the psychic plane, and that's supposed to make it safer. She invites this plethora of X-Men from all across the different titles, and X-Men we haven't really even seen in this new post-Krakoa era. They all come to this mindscape where it's going to be about learning and training the next generation of X-Men, and also a place where the X-Men can gather safely in large numbers. Some people are not happy about this. Some people are worried that this is just going to draw attention and lead to yet another massacre of mutants. And it all just was not that exciting. It just really, really wasn't. The art was a little flat. You know, when considering that this is the big #1 and we have great art right now on X-Men and great art on Uncanny X-Men, you think they would have wanted to elevate this book by getting another great artist. This artist was okay. I'm gonna keep it going, see where it goes for the next couple issues, but this X-Men United #1 is like, if you weren't feeling the last series, you're probably not gonna be feeling this. But if you want to just check it out because it's #1, let me know what you think. But it was okay. It was okay. And another series that I was not looking forward to collecting. I told you guys in previous videos I wasn't gonna get it, but because I want to be able to talk about it and get the full story, I did. We got Venom #255, part 3 of this Death Spiral crossover between Spider-Man and Venom. This is by Al Ewing and Carlos Gomez on the art, and this is the 3rd part of that series. I really liked the opening issue, really liked the Amazing Spider-Man issue, and this issue just showed that this series should not be a 9-part crossover. In this issue, what could have been a couple pages happens over the course of this entire issue. Get to the point. This 9-part series, which off the bat, when I saw there was a 9-part series, I was like, probably doesn't need to be 9 parts. Probably could easily be 5. Yeah. If you're enjoying it just because you want to keep collecting Venom, if you have been and you're enjoying the Mary Jane story, fine. If you want to see the continuation of the Eddie Brock Carnage thing that from that series that was canceled, that also collapses into this. Yeah, it was fine. It just doesn't need to be an entire issue. Doesn't need to be an entire issue. And the fact that I'm now having to buy these Venom issues for an overextended crossover, let's get on with it. But in this, we do get some slight progression in the story. We see what's going on with this Torment villain and what it is that he's hoping to accomplish. I have a feeling I already know who Torment is. I'm really hoping I'm wrong, but to me, it's a little obvious. See where it goes. Some things were cool. It was cool to see Pete or Spider-Man interacting again with Boomerang. Didn't realize he was back, so that was kind of cool to see. But besides that, you know, as Starscream said in Transformers the movie, get on with the ceremony. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And last but not least, we have a new comic book magazine. I was a huge fan of Wizard, the Guide to Comics. I collected almost every issue of that comic magazine, and it feels like these guys, Comics, the magazine #1, are wanting to bring back that luster. This was a great introductory issue, and it's only $2.99. Lots of great interviews with lots of really cool creators. We got Tony Fleece, we got Scott Snyder, Nick Dragata, Chip Zdarsky writes a bunch of wacky letters. This magazine, I miss, because now everything's on the net. I miss having a magazine to pick up and peruse and read some fun interviews and get some introspectives from other people. And that doesn't feel like I'm just, hitting that clickbait. And it was all a lot of fun. They even do a comics magazine timeline. So many comic magazines I never heard of are brought up in this and explains their history, how many issues they came out with, who is writing on them. They got their own list, their own pull lists. And one cool thing is they're based out of Brooklyn, New York, my hometown. They're all right there on Ocean Avenue, part of my old stomping grounds. So guys, this was a great fun thing to just have. I'm looking forward to this lasting for many issues, especially if this price tag keeps coming along. I want to see some more fun interviews with people. And guys, this was a great job. Let's keep this going. Let's keep print alive, as I like to say. So thank you for making this magazine. This was great. Highly recommend you guys pick it up. And that's what I picked up for the week. I also was able to go back and pick up all the back issues of Captain America, the current Chip Zdarsky stuff. If you guys remember early videos, I got to about issue 3, wasn't feeling it, but now that I know it's the kickoff to the Weapons of Armageddon, and I do like the Weapons of Armageddon miniseries that kicked off, I said, let me give this a shot. So I went back and picked up those issues. So you'll be seeing me cover Captain America again. Hoping it's good. I'm hearing it gets better, and hopefully that continues. And guys, that's what we got for the week. Look forward to keeping this going every week. Guys, if you want more in-depth reviews, make sure you're checking out comicbookclique.com. We got a great writers writing great reviews on all these books that go more in depth, and we cover even more books. Stay tuned for more of our interviews on our YouTube. We got a lot of great creators scheduled and lined up. We can't wait to share those interviews with you. Great stuff going on here, and we need your support. Check out our Patreon. $3 a month, guys. Helps keep the lights on, helps us keep buying these books, helps us, keep being able to put out this great content that you guys are enjoying. So thank you for that, and can't wait to just keep this all going. Like, share, subscribe everywhere we are, on our on our Patreon, on our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Look at Comic Book Clique, and you'll find us. So thank you guys as always. It's always great to put out this video and keep the conversation going. Thank you as always. And like I just said, keep print alive and read more comics. Until next time.